President Lee Jae Myung is now in Italy after concluding his visit to Belgium. Before departing Brussels, he held summit talks with European leaders where the two sides agreed to expand cooperation in areas ranging from security and trade to advanced technologies. Our Blue House correspondent Song Yoo-jin reports.
President Lee Jae Myung's last stop in Brussels was the European Union headquarters, marking the first such visit by a Korean president in 8 years. There, he held talks with European Council President Antonio Costa and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. The summit concluded with a 36-point joint statement. One of the strongest messages concerned North Korea and Russia. The two sides strongly condemned what they described as illegal military cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow. They also reaffirmed that North Korea will never be recognized as a nuclear weapon state and expressed concern over its nuclear and ballistic missile programs.
북핵 문제 해결과 한반도 평화 정착을 위해 유럽연합의 변함없는 지지와 건설적인 역할을 당부드렸고 우리 양측이 함께 협력해 나가기로 뜻을 모았습니다.
Trade was another major focus. Korea and the EU, its third largest trading partner, signed a digital trade agreement. The 40-chapter deal replaces the e-commerce section of their free trade agreement, which took effect in 2011.
It will ensure safe and reliable data flow. It will boost e-commerce, and it will harmonize our consumer protection standards.
And with the EU set to tighten its steel safeguard measures from July, the Blue House says President Lee called for fair treatment for Korean steelmakers, citing Seoul's status as both a strategic and free trade partner. The revised rules will nearly halve tariff-free import quotas across 30 steel product categories, while shipments exceeding those limits will face a 50% tariff. On security, Korea and the EU agreed to launch negotiations on a security information agreement. This would establish a legal framework for sharing and protecting classified information, paving the way for closer industrial and defense cooperation. After wrapping up his 2-day visit to Belgium, President Lee has arrived in Italy, the second leg of his 10-day trip to Europe. His state visit begins with a meeting with Italian President Sergio Mattarella. Song Yoo-jin, Arirang News.